Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to week 7 of our Build Resilience to Manage Stress series. Let me just say, if you've made it this far, I'm really proud of you. I don't know how often the county has done 8-week-long series before, but we have really crushed it together. We've been working together since the middle of September, and here we are approaching the end of October. So I'm really proud of you for your resilience in making sure that you get to this class. And if you don't already know, I record the sessions and then the communications team packages them up for replay. So if you're not able to watch it live, you can always catch the replay, or if there was something that really piqued your interest, you can watch the replay and get the information again. So let's go ahead and get started. We are in, I misspoke. I said that we were in week 7. We are actually in week 6. Next week will be week 7, and it will be our final week next Friday, the 28th. But for today, we're on week 6, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things as a dietitian, how to manage your stress through nutrition. I absolutely love this little meme here. It says, me, I have to start eating healthier. Me feeling even the slightest amount of stress, and the dog is just crushing that cake. It's kind of funny. Stress eating versus handling stress with eating, right? I mean, come on. It's so me, Barb says in the chat. It's so me. Yes, totally me too. But in all reality, there is a difference between stress eating and handling stress with eating. So stress eating itself refers to what many of us might do, like diving into sweets or takeout or our other favorite foods when we're in a stressed state. However, handling stress with eating is a whole different story, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm curious, did you know that the food that you eat can have an effect on your mood? Feel free to drop yes or no in the chat. But a common response to stress is turning to alcohol or caffeine, nicotine, sweets, or fatty foods as a way to cope or manage stressful situations. However, it's kind of surprising, but all of those things, the alcohol, the caffeine, nicotine, sweets, etc., all of those things can actually increase stress. But on the other hand, certain foods can help your body cope with stress and improve your mood by providing the nutrients necessary for your body to function at its best. So we're going to review 8 ways that nutrition can help you cope with and manage your stress better. So the first way is it can help you beat fatigue. Including plenty of iron-rich foods can help combat fatigue by stimulating the immune system and improving muscle stamina. So pairing iron-rich foods with vitamin C-rich foods such as citrus, red, or orange vegetables can increase the absorption of iron found in our food. And it's a common myth that eating foods high in tryptophan, think like the Thanksgiving turkey, right, boosts brain levels of tryptophan and thus brain levels of serotonin. Proteins like turkey, chicken, and fish, which are all high in the nutrient tryptophan, need help from foods high in carbohydrates to affect serotonin levels. So just the Thanksgiving turkey on its own isn't going to do the damage. Iron-rich foods you can see are on the screen on the slide. It's going to be meats, so animal meats, beans, fortified cereals like bran cereals or those fortified with iron, nuts, as well as leafy greens. So trying to incorporate these things on a daily or even weekly basis can really be helpful for helping to beat fatigue. Number 2 is increasing your serotonin production. So complex carbohydrates can have mood-boosting effects by increasing serotonin levels. Serotonin is the feel-good chemical in your brain, or what we call endorphin. So choosing complex carbohydrates for at least 50% of your carbohydrate intake. And I'm just going to do a little aside here because I find that a lot of people don't know the difference when I say complex carbohydrate versus simple carbohydrate. So A simple carbohydrate is going to be like quick fuel, right? Doesn't take a whole lot for your body to break it down and absorb it. So it's going to be carbs like fruit juice or soda, sweets, treats like that. Whereas complex carbohydrates typically contain fiber. So whole grains like brown rice, whole wheat pasta, whole grain breads, starchy vegetables like potatoes, corn, beans, peas, etc. Those are more complex carbohydrates, and those are the ones that can help boost the feel-good chemicals in our brain. Number 3 is to avoid refined foods and excess sugar. So this kind of goes back on the complex carbohydrates. A lot of the simple carbs are the refined foods that have the added sugar in them. So we're talking about white bread, white rice, white pasta, desserts, baked goods, and sugary beverages, including fruit juices, even if it's 100% juice. Sugary or refined and processed foods provide instant energy and a quick boost. However, they're often followed by a slump in energy. Some examples, like we talked about, are seen here on the screen, and keeping your blood sugar level steady, whether you're a diabetic or not, by avoiding these foods, or at least limiting them, can really help improve your concentration, alertness, and memory. Number 4 is eat little and eat often. Eating at regular intervals also helps to maintain the blood sugar levels. Starting your day with a healthy breakfast and not being afraid to pack in healthy snacks if you need them. I'm someone who definitely needs a snack, typically between lunch and dinner, to kind of tide me over and keep my energy going. You may be that same way. So healthy snack ideas are also on the screen. I love nuts and seeds, whole grain crackers with cheese, hummus, fruits, veggies, things like that. And I tend to keep some of that stuff here at work so that if I do fall into a slump and need a snack, I can choose something like that instead of something that's going to be in the vending machine or at a convenience store across the street. The next tip is to include plenty of essential fatty acids. So both omega-3 and omega-6 and omega-9 are all essential fatty acids, meaning we need to get them from the outside. Our body does not make them on their own. So omega-3 and omega-6 are both really good for our brain health. They also protect against heart disease, reduce inflammation, keep skin healthy, and provide a host of other benefits such as hormone and energy production. To reap the benefits of omega-3 and 6s, try incorporating 2 portions of these types of fish at least twice a week. So oily fish such as trout, salmon, tuna, mackerel, herring, or sardines, and they can be canned as well, or adding in pumpkin seeds, walnut oil, eggs, and flax seeds can help you get those essential fatty acids that we need. The next tip is to stay hydrated. So getting enough water every day is important for our overall health, but dehydration can cause tiredness, irritability, headaches, and decreased concentration levels. Healthy people can mostly meet their fluid needs by drinking when thirsty and with meals. However, I will say for a lot of people, if you get to the point of being hungry, or being thirsty, you're already kind of behind the 8 ball on drinking water. So I like to keep a big cup at my desk side. I have a big water jug that I keep in my car. This way, wherever I am, I always have access to water. Some other tips that I like with water are, it's okay to flavor it. I really like to use the True Lemon, True Lime, or True Orange as a flavor. I also like to challenge myself to take 10 sips at the top of every hour. That kind of helps keep me paced. And I tend to try to start my day with about 20 ounces of water in the morning before I drink or eat anything else, just to kind of keep me on pace with how much water I want to be drinking during the day. The next tip is going to be to cut the caffeine. So too much caffeine can actually work against us. It can make us feel anxious, nervous, jittery, or even depressed. It can also cause insomnia. Caffeine also raises your blood sugar level, which can make you feel more stressed. Slowly decreasing caffeine intake can help improve stress levels, So if you are somebody that takes in a lot of caffeine, I wouldn't say going cold turkey is going to be the solution, just because you can have withdrawal from caffeine, but reducing, maybe if you're a 3-cup a day coffee drinker, down to 2 cups, and then eventually 1 cup, or even swapping one of those cups out for a decaf or half calf could really bring a lot of benefit. The next tip is to eat nutrient-rich foods. So many foods can boost our immune system, which can be negatively impacted during stressful times. So, for example, too little magnesium can trigger headaches and fatigue, increasing the symptoms of stress, right? Many of the vitamins and minerals that can help with stress management we're going to look at in the coming slides. So nutrients to the rescue, what they do, and then on the next slide, we'll cover where we can find them. So vitamin A helps your body manage stress. Vitamin B helps to regulate our adrenal glands, which produce cortisol, which is the stress hormone. It also helps regulate other hormone levels in our body, responsible for mood, mental stability, and the ability to cope with stress. Vitamin C helps to reduce the level of stress hormones in the blood, as well as other indicators of physical and emotional stress, such as weight loss, enlarged adrenal glands, reducing the size of the thymus gland and the spleen. And then vitamin E is a rich antioxidant in our diet. High levels of free radicals, also known as toxins, can lead to oxidative stress in the body, also known as cellular damage. Oxidative stress has been linked to stress, depression, and anxiety disorders, and consuming vitamin E-rich foods can help restore balance and increase the sense of calm overall. So now let's look at where we find them. Vitamin A can be found in organ meat, such as liver and things like that, oily fish, like salmon, tuna, or mackerel, eggs, carrots, sweet potatoes, mangoes, apricots, Swiss chard, parsley, curly kale, and spinach. Vitamin B is found in meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy, whole grains and cereals, like we talked about, the complex carbohydrates, milk, peas, beans, avocados, bananas, and chickpeas. Vitamin C is abundant in veggies, so bell peppers, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, potatoes, tomatoes, apricots, melons, pineapple, kiwi, guava, and papaya are very rich sources of vitamin C. These would be really good foods to partner with iron foods. And then vitamin E is going to be found in vegetable oils like olive oil, avocado oil, nuts, sunflower seeds, pine nuts, avocados, eggs, and wheat germ. So if you're looking to add some of these things into your diet, this would be a great slide to keep handy. Continuing on with the minerals that are helpful for stress management. These 4 minerals are really helpful in reducing the effects of stress on the body. Iron helps our red blood cells carry oxygen to the tissues and muscles. Without enough iron, less oxygen gets to our cells, keeping them from functioning properly and often leading to fatigue, weakness, and even anxiety or depression. Selenium, like vitamin E, protects against the oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which can be a byproduct of stress in the body. Zinc amazingly helps regulate our brain's signal of reducing fear, worry, and stress. And magnesium works wonders in regulating the release of stress hormones like cortisol, almost acting like brakes on your nervous system. Let's talk about where to find those. So iron is found in red meat, oysters, liver, peas, beans, lentils, tofu, leafy green veggies, dried fruit and nuts, seeds and fortified cereals. Selenium is found in Brazil nuts, whole grains, fish, poultry, meat, milk, and eggs. Zinc is found in meat, fish, shellfish, eggs, whole grains, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and walnuts. And magnesium is found in leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, nuts, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, soybeans, amaranth, and salmon. So sometimes people have a hard time understanding what they need to do to nourish their body through the day for the best stress reduction. So I wanted to cover that as well. And I think this is also a really good time for us to talk about the importance of variety in your diet. As we just covered in the last 4 slides, looking at all the various vitamins and minerals, etc., that contribute to stress reduction, you could see how eating the same exact thing every day may cause you to miss out on vital vitamins and minerals that could help with stress management and other health conditions. So having a wide variety in our diet, incorporating different fruits, veggies, meats, grains, etc. every day is really, really beneficial. But let's take a look at how to nourish through the day for best stress reduction. So starting with breakfast, most people I talk to don't eat breakfast. However, breakfast helps to maintain blood sugar throughout the morning. It also lowers your risk of eating unhealthy foods during the rest of the day. If we start the day with a strong breakfast, we can really get ourselves set out on the right foot. Aiming for whole grain cereals or oatmeal with low-fat milk, yogurt with nuts, eggs, avocado, spinach, salsa, and fresh fruit, and being sure to limit the caffeinated beverages. Moving on to other meals, aim for lunch to have a healthy combination of protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Eat until you're about 80% full. And quick healthy options include lean meat in a whole grain wrap or on a salad like pictured here, whole wheat pasta in a tomato-based sauce with spinach and white beans, cottage cheese, veggies, and whole grain crackers. The list goes on. And if you're someone that is looking for direct advice tailored to you related to what to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, please reach out to me. That is exactly what I do, and I'd be more than happy to help you. A simple salad is too low in calories to have for your meal by itself because it can lead to eating unhealthy foods later on in that day or maybe even the next day if your body's not getting enough calories. Let's talk about snacks. So eating smaller, more frequent snacks is best for control over our intake. It's okay to snack when you feel hungry between meals. Just aim for your snack to be snack size. So instead of eating out of the bag or the bowl, take a smaller serving onto a plate or a smaller bowl to help control the portion of your snack. The goal is to give your body some energy, but not to make your snack into the size or caloric value of a meal. So alcohol and tobacco, do they really help? Lauren says in the chat that she got a scale to weigh food, makes it easy. Yes, that can be super helpful. I don't know what just happened there. I'm glad you guys are all still here. Oh, yay. Let me get this screen shared again. And thankfully, we're almost done, but golly, man. That was so weird. It's just like my whole Zoom just died. It was the oddest thing. Okay, we're back. You guys, it's always an adventure, right? Every time. I love it. Okay, so back to alcohol and tobacco. If you're concerned about your alcohol or tobacco use, please talk to your in-network doctor or your Cigna on-site health coach, yours truly, or nurse health coach, Brittany Harda. But thinking specifically about alcohol, over time, excessive alcohol consumption can lead to stomach, liver, heart, or kidney problems. It also decreases our mental awareness and affects our ability to sleep well. Tobacco, we know, the use of it is linked to many cancers, illnesses, and diseases. And these diseases include COPD, emphysema, and heart problems, as well as decreased oral health. So last but not least, let's take a look ahead. You've got a little bit of extras in your Healthier Point of View workbook. Check out Plan Ahead Meal Guide on page 48. I really like this. It just kind of gets the meal plan out in front of you so you don't have to worry about what you're going to eat, reduce some of the stress, and it also gives you an opportunity to look at areas that maybe you want to add in some of those stress reducing nutrients we discussed today. Next week's session is going to be our last session together. It'll be week 7. We'll talk about how to manage stress through getting good sleep next Friday, the 28th at 12:30. And then we'll recap everything that we've covered so far. And I will also offer you opportunity for question and answer. So with that, I'm going to stop recording.